good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8, read. Leo.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimum.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Cleveland Farrell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill letting one go deep for Roberts. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Now it's Haskins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 17th touchdown now on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Set, ready, 90, Wolf. Ready.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the ready.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Coming to you, coming to you. Slam, go. Check nickel.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And this is caught by Watkins. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. Complete to right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Haskins going to throw again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
You've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely 1st down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to you. Shoot.
They'll run forward Montgomery. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half. A reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And an alley to run. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Haskins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Looking to throw, Haskins. It's caught by Coleman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Again, it's Haskins. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. This is caught. Watkins. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Check it. He's coming.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
He's coming.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Wright's got it. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They'll run it with Coleman, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Switch. Check.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready up. Mark 38. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Watch that. Check safety. Check it up.
They go play action with Haskins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And this is caught by Watkins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
54, right? Mike's 54. It's just me and you. Neil, get wide. Undercrush.
2nd down, Haskins. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Haskins. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Look at me. Go.
Off play action, Tannehill. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Tannehill. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 6 man. Check curls. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Haskins to throw. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And they open the lead up now to 25. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Ready?
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here's Coleman. Room past the 20. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Here we go. Check it.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Check. No. Off. Check.
One last throw here for Tannehill. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Vikings, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.